looking at it, you don't feel like coming here. Though for the persons that come here new, they say it's paradise, but they should have seen it when I seen it first. Then it was really paradise.
இங்க 32 கிராமம் இருக்காங்க. அவங்க கடலுக்குள்ள மீன் பிடிச்சு வந்தாதான் நம்மளுக்கு தொழில் அதிகமாகும். இப்போ அவங்க போட்டுகளை கொண்டு போறாங்க. சின்ன பால்ட்டு வந்தா நம்ம பார்த்து கொடுப்போம். ஒரு 1500 இன்ஜின் மேல இருக்கு. அவங்க தொழில் போகாம எங்களால் ஒன்றும் சமாளிக்க முடியாது. அவங்களுக்கு பிரச்சனை மெயினா வந்து எங்க முகத்தர அடைப்படுது. வருஷம் முகத்தர மூடிடுது. இப்போ அதை ஜேசிபி வச்சு அது ஓபன் பண்றாங்க.
உங்களோட ஓட்டு நம்ம கிட்ட எடுத்துட்டு போயிடறாங்க. அதோட நம்மளுக்கு வந்து வீட்டுக்கு மேல போற ஓடு மாதிரி நம்ம ஓரமா தூக்கி போட்டுறாங்க. என்னதான் கஷ்டம் சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம கிட்ட நம்ம போனாலும் நமக்கு கவர்மெண்ட் திரும்பி பார்க்காது. சில பேர் தெரிஞ்சு தெரியாமலோ ஏதோ ஒன்று பண்ணிட்டு இந்த தண்ணி எப்படி போனாலும் நான் இங்கிருந்து வாழ்வாதாரம் எப்படி போனாலும் நான் மட்டும் நல்லா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இதை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க.
I came here when I was 18 years old. One old lady used to have a catamaran, and her name was, we called her Missy Amma. For 25 paisa, 4 runners at that time, each will cross it one by one. Buckingham Canal it's one canal built by the Britishers to transport coal. In olden days, coal, rice, firewood used to be transported in long boats, 50 feet long boats. It didn't have any motors or anything. It was man-powered. 2 men will stand on either banks of the Buckingham Canal and pull it through with ropes. And there they own this one small hut on the boat with the kitchen and all inside. They'll cook their food. Very slow moving. Chintamani Locks was a real big. They had solid wooden shutters. They were there when I used to come here first. With huge brass hinges that used to lock the water and they'll pump water and they raise up the boats. So that was here. I seen those locks, but they blasted it. They robbed the brass things and all. The local people were very respectful. The fishermen, very. Once you get a fisherman friend or a villager friend, as an outsider, you're very welcome. Even if you go to a tribal's house, whatever food he'll have, he'll give it to you. For miles you won't see anybody. Only the tribal, the Irulas used to stay here. They used to cut wood and sell. They will have this. There'll be a hut. It's called a bombe. Like it's this hut. And they were very good snake catchers. They'd eat all the rats. Good trappers. I had a lot of friends. Very, very tough people.
Compared to the other beaches in and around Chennai, this is still a lot cleaner. Here you have what looks like one action figure, plastic action figure. And then you have this bottle and it says made in Thailand. Throughout this coastline, you'll see that they get entangled in nets, they get hit by the motors of the boats. Any given year after the season, you'll find at least 15-20 turtles dead.
The shoreline has changed. After the port has come, the sea started eating into the land.
This narrow bit of land between the backwater and the Bay of Bengal still supports a fair bit of wildlife. You still have animals like the jackal, the wild boar, the black-naped hare, the jungle cat, the civet cat, and even the white-bellied sea eagle living here. In the backwaters, you used to have this interesting little amphibian called the mudskipper. They were fairly common at one point.
There was a village close by. They acquired that village, and I had a friend. He was almost the headman of the village. Very nice young chap. Now he's about in his 70s. He's a pauper now. He was like a kingpin in the village. They took his land, never gave him any compensation. He's still alive and he's a pauper.
So one of the nice features about this place is like trees like this, these old banyan trees, and you know, these small little waterways which are heading towards the lagoon. Now it's like most of this is gone. It's getting chopped up. At least next to the lagoon, most of these trees, these really old banyan trees have gotten cut down.
ஊரை வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், ஒரு பவுண்டரியில் வந்து ஒரு எங்கேயாச்சும் ஒரு மாடு வெளியில் என்ன பவுண்டரியில் போட்டு அடிச்சு விட்ருவாங்க. அதுமாரி சுற்றி காம்பவுண்டு போட்டு பவுண்டரி போட்டு மூட்டான். அப்போ கம்பெனிலாம் இருக்காதுல்ல, அப்போ வந்து முதிரி காட்டில் எங்கே வேணாலும் போகலாம், எங்கே வேணாலும் தூங்கலாம். அந்த வெறுப்பு பொறிக்க வந்து மீதியில் எதுவும் போட்டாக்கா 50 ரூபா தருவான். 50 ரூபாய்க்கு அரிசி பருப்பு மிளகத்தில் எல்லாம் எண்ணெய் வாங்கிட்டு மீதி அதில் 20 ரூபா தருவான். அது வீட்டுக்கு செலவுக்கு வச்சுக்கலாம். அப்போது இப்போ நீ 50 ரூபா எடுத்து போயிட்டு ஒரு கிலோ அரிசி கட்ட சரியாக போச்சு.
A lot of sand mining is going on here. They're just digging up the sand and selling it. Big pits where the sand has been taken off.
யார் என்ன பார்க்குறாங்க? வராங்க, எல்லா இடத்துலையும் பேட்டி எடுக்கிறாங்க, செய்கிறாங்க, கொள்கிறாங்க. அவங்க எடுத்து போயிட்டு மேலே இடத்துல தெரிவிக்கிறாங்களா தெரியலையா, இல்லை எந்த அதிகாரிகிட்ட என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க எது பண்ண எனக்கு தெரியாது. அது கூட தெரியாது. இப்போ நாங்கள் 2 பேர் இருக்கிறோம், என் கடைக்கு கேட்குறேன், எங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சு நான் சொன்னோம். 1-2 பேர் இருப்பாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு கேட்குறது அவங்க தெரிஞ்சு சொல்லுவோம். இதெல்லாம் எடுத்து போயிட்டு எங்கே எடுத்து போய் சேர்க்குறாங்க, என்ன பண்ணணும், எங்களுக்கு அது தெரியாது.
can't breathe. It's choked. That's the amount of coal. This is what we're breathing. The place that we're standing in was destined to be a car parking yard for Kamarajar Port, and it was filled to that height with dredged sand from the sea. Because of fisherfolk agitation and the legal advocacy, where fisherfolk in solidarity with people from the city managed to spotlight this violation and force Kamarajar Port to remove this. But if you look at this area, this is like heavily damaged. All this is fly ash. It's about 8 feet deep of fly ash. And this has to be removed if this wetland is to regain its original character. This is a very diverse wetland. What you see around in these clumps are these things. These are all salt resistant plants, and they would grow in carpets over here, and they would be interspersed with mangroves, and those mangroves are found where fresh water and salt water meet. So this area, what you see, what we call a wetland, is actually a wetland is like an average term for an extremely biodiverse mosaic of habitats. Between the recommendations of the Joint Experts Committee, the National Green Tribunal's oversight, and the pressure that the fisherfolk are building, we can expect this place to be restored, for the plants that are native to this area to return, and to the fish to be jumping in the water in another 5 years' time.
A place like this, a place with the backwater, a place with mangroves, a place where you could actually do so much outdoor stuff. Even today, even though there's so much industry here, there's still a sizable portion of land where you can do so much.
I can give you my own example. I recently spent 22 days paddle boarding on the Kosastaliar River, the Buckingham Canal, and the Pulicat Lake. I paddleboarded all the way from the Wayanada Island right up till Ennore. The landscape is still stunning in some parts, but the closer you get to Ennore, the more you realize that things are changing for the worse.
So 2002 when I came, of course this road was not there, but subsequently the road was constructed. I came here with my students. I teach at Asian College of Journalism, and I brought my students here in 2007, 2008. And right over here, where it was full of mangroves, there was a sign that said, "This land belongs to Kamarajar Port." And there was a bit of an ironic situation because there was no land to be seen, there was only water. A management plan had been prepared for this area in 1996, and it had obtained the approval of the Government of India. In 1997, the map was conveniently lost by the government, and this area was shown as land. It was shown as a TIDCO petrochemical industrial park, and the river had disappeared on paper. And what is really ironic and strange is that it does not matter whether the river is there on the ground or not. It has to be on the paper for it to survive.
A lot of foreigners have been my guests here. People from Germany, people from Italy, people from England, from Australia have been here. They said this is $1 million place, though it's a shack. They say it's $1 million place. But for people around here, this is a junkyard, like not junkyard. Yeah.
No, the place is almost gone now. They have to come and see it, because if they come in 5 years' time, they'll see the possibilities of how you can bring it back. This is a bad before picture. We'll give you a good after picture as well.